First and foremost, I already opened my Dr. Pepper, so unfortunately you missed the crisp sound of it opening. Excuse me. This is what gets me going because I haven't drank coffee since Lent started, okay guys? This is a side story. This is not anything at all what I was trying to talk about. Maybe it is kind of related. I don't know. You know, I don't know how to explain this. Like, I used to be like kind of like religious, I guess, when I was younger. Like, I went to like CCD and I did like confirmation and all that stuff. But I kind of like fell off in religion once I got older, and I explored more religions and, you know, just I became more spiritual than anything, and I lost my faith. I didn't lose faith, I guess. I don't know what I did, but I just kind of like stopped thinking about religion, I guess. But when everything was happening to me like this past year and just like everything I was going through, kind of like turned to religion because I felt like I needed something in my life, and I felt like religion was a good thing that I needed in my life at that point in time. So I started reading the Bible, okay guys, and you know what? It's actually a lot more interesting than I thought it would be. I really like the philosopher Nietzsche, if anybody knows anything about any philosophers. And the style of the Bible is like, quite frankly, very similar to Nietzsche's writing. So I really like that about it. Anyways, this isn't about that. But yeah, so I got into religion again. That's just a side story. The real story that I came here today to talk to you guys about is what happened to me yesterday. Buckle your seatbelts because a seatbelt is what saved my life yesterday, okay? Just saying. Just saying. But before we get into that story, I don't know if I said welcome to Unhinged O'Clock. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Unhinged O'Clock. 4.20. Okay, that's my new radio station, 4.20. Thank you very much. I'll show you guys before we start the story what I got the other day. Ready? I got Garfield a friend. Look at that. Look at that, Garfield. You have a friend now. Look. So yeah, now he can stop being miserable all the time. And maybe I'll replace him if he just continues to be that way. So yeah, hi guys and welcome. I'm going to tell you guys the story about what happened to me yesterday. Okay. Back it up. We're already backing it up because I'm already starting in the middle of the story. Okay, so I don't know if you guys have watched my older videos. Like, it's like one of my earliest videos. I talked about my best friend moving out, and so my best friend, we lived together for, I want to say like almost 10 years. I don't know. It seemed like we lived together for 10 years. We lived in three different apartments together, or two. No, three. We lived in three different apartments. We lived in three different apartments together. Yeah, I don't, whatever. So me and my best friend lived together for a very long time, okay? And so it's been 2 years since she moved out, pretty much, I think. Yeah, I think it's been two years, yeah. When I was going through psychosis, yeah, that's when that happened. And so if you want to hear that story about her moving out and everything like that, because that's not what this is about, but I'll insert the video here of what I'm talking about because I talked all about that and how I felt at the time. But yeah, that happened 2 years ago, and so that brings us to the present day, and she is pregnant. I don't know if she wants me to say that. Maybe I should check on that first. Well, anyways, she's pregnant, and I'm so happy because I'm gonna have a little nephew. I already have a nephew by blood, but it wouldn't be a nephew by blood, but I would consider him my nephew, and I'm so excited. Oh my god. Oh, babies. I love babies. Oh my god. Okay, anyways, enough of the baby fever. Let's get moving along. So she had a baby shower yesterday, and we had a lot of fun. I had fun. It was nice to see her, and my family, some of my family was there. My little nephew was there. Oh, I should show you guys a little clip of me and my nephew. This is the cutest part of my whole day, okay? Look at me and my little nephew.
Who's that? That's you. That's you. He's so cute. Handsome. I'm thirsty. You want me to have water? Thank you.
Isn't that cute? Okay. Well, anyways, so we had a good day, and what else happened? I feel like something else happened. Oh yeah. So she has her own nephew by blood. Wait, he's not her nephew, he's her husband's nephew, I guess. Yeah. Whatever, it's her nephew. And he's on the spectrum, but like he's like one of those, like, I personally believe that he's like one of those on the like genius on the spectrum type of like kids. Like I feel like he's gonna be like some sort of Einstein one day, or Elon Musk or something, or some sort of genius. He sounded like a secret stash of unblown up balloons, and he was just he kept going back and like grabbing them and like trying to blow them up, but like every time he tried to blow the balloons up, they were just not inflating, and he's like, it popped, but it didn't really pop, it just wasn't blowing up or whatever. So I like took a balloon myself, and I was like, this is how you blow up a balloon, right? And so, you know what, I'm just gonna demonstrate, because I think I took some balloons home. So let me just demonstrate for you. Please hold. Are you guys ready? Okay, so he was like going like this, and like it just, you know, it wasn't doing anything. So I told him, I'm like, you gotta take the balloon and blow it, right? And once there's air in it, you hold it, and then you keep doing that, right? And I showed him just like that. Let's see how much this balloon blows up, actually. Oh my god, this is a huge balloon. I have asthma, so that's kind of hard to do. Anyways, and then I told him, twist it and turn it, and then, you know, you just tie it, and then you got yourself a balloon. Yay! So, anyways, so I taught this little autistic genius how to blow up a balloon. I showed him that. Literally what I just showed you, I just showed him that, right? And like the next time he tried it, he did it exactly how I showed him. I felt so proud of myself for that, okay? I was also very proud of him because he understood exactly what I was saying. He watched me and he did it, and then like he just did it right every time after that. I was just so amazed by that. Okay, guys, that was the end of that story. So yeah, we had a lot of fun at the baby shower or whatever. And then the past like month or whatever, one of my old co-workers, because I don't work anymore, one of my old co-workers, she had planned a spelling bee that she was gonna have at her house. A lot of the staff was there, and yeah, we did a spelling bee. How fun is that? Okay guys, we're just doing fun things now, fun sober activities, right? So okay, this is where the story takes a turn. Okay guys, so after the baby shower was over, I stopped by home to like change my clothes because I was wearing like a dress and everything, and I don't think I wanted to wear the spelling bee, to be honest. It was uncomfortable anyways. It was one of those dresses where it has shorts underneath, but you have to take the whole dress off if you want to pee, and like I didn't want to have to deal with that, so I just put some sweatpants on, whatever. And so, please hold. So I went home really quick to change, and then I left to go to the spelling bee. And as I was driving to the spelling bee, there was a car that was trying to merge onto the highway that I was driving on, and the car blew a stop sign, and he just like bypassed the entire lane that he was supposed to merge from and went straight into me, who was in the middle lane. And basically he crashed into me at a very high speed. First of all, he blew the stop sign, okay? Like I said, he blew the stop sign, and then just bypassed the entire lane into the middle lane and like hit me. There was another car in the lane next to me. Let me just put the microphone down, the useless microphone down, to explain to you exactly what happened. I'm in this lane. This is me. This is the other car next to me, and then he comes from like blowing the stop sign past that lane into me. He was going so fast that it like bumped me into the car next to me, and then I kind of like ping-ponged off of his car, and then other guy hits me again, and then I guess he must have hit me, I don't know what part of my car he hit me at. Maybe it was like the front, I don't know. But it spun me completely around on the highway, and I lost control of the car. I just remember seeing what is it called? Like the middle part of the highway? The divider? the concrete thing in the middle, the divider, I think. I remember seeing that and then not being able to control my car, and I was like, I'm gonna crash into this divider. There was nothing I could do. And then I kind of like blacked out. I don't really remember what happened from like the moment that I saw the divider and was thinking I'm gonna crash into that, up until like the moment where my car actually stopped spinning. I don't really remember like hitting anything with my body. I don't really remember my airbags deploying. I don't remember any of that. I feel like it might have been like 5 seconds in time I lost consciousness. I don't know. It was weird. I don't think I hit anything with my head, but I feel like I might have, because like my makeup was a little smudged after that. But yeah, so I spun around on the highway and then hit the divider. And that could have been so much worse, guys. First of all, thank God for seatbelts, okay? Thank God I was wearing a seatbelt. Thank God I always wear my seatbelt no matter what. Because if I was not wearing my seatbelt, guys, I would have launched out of that car so fast into probably the next side of the highway. I would have launched through the fucking windshield. I know that would have been really bad if I wasn't wearing a seatbelt. And you know how I know that? Because I am in an incredible amount of pain right now from where the seatbelt was on my body, okay? I have bruises, like a seatbelt bruise here and like on my hips. The seatbelt saved my life. So moral of the story, wear your seatbelt, guys, okay? Also, like, that could have been so much worse too, because I literally spun around up until a point where I was like facing the traffic, like the ongoing traffic. So if somebody like didn't see me quick enough, they could have hit me like literally on the driver's side or whatever, or head on. I don't really know. They could have hit me and I wouldn't have known. Like, honestly, like, I blacked out. So like, I mean, I guess I could have died and I wouldn't even have known. It was pretty bad. And like, I've had that car for my entire life. That's the only car I've ever had. When did I get that? I got that car when I was still in high school, and that was like decades ago. So I've had that car, I think it's the 2008. What year is it? 2006? 26? That's a long time. I've had that car for a very long time. Okay, guys? And so, and I've never really got into any car accidents. I think I only got into one car accident, which was when I first got my license, and I just hit a stop sign. Like, it wasn't really anything crazy. But other than that, I've never gotten into any crazy accidents like that. So I was just like in shock. I don't know. There was so much adrenaline in me, and like I've never felt that much adrenaline in my life, and it was amazing, honestly. Like, I was like, maybe this is why people go skydiving all the time or whatever, because that adrenaline got me moving. As soon as like my car stopped moving, I like was ready to jump out of the car. Like, that's how much adrenaline was in me. But I almost did. I was just like, wait, hold on, I have to probably put my car in park before I get out of the car. So then I put my car in park, and then I just like got right out of the car. You know how I was talking about like religion and everything earlier? And you know, I don't know, like, I feel like maybe everything happens for a reason. I don't know if that has anything to do with religion or spirituality, whatever, but I feel like everything happens for a reason, and maybe there was a reason for all this. I don't know. But I think something was saving me, looking over me that day, yesterday. Because there was a cop who saw everything. He literally saw the whole thing. And if he saw the whole thing, that means his dash cam probably saw the whole thing too, which, thank God, because it was not my fault at all. This guy was driving like a maniac, and he even told me, like, the cop even told me, he was like, he was actually stealing from the mall. And the cop was actually trying to pull him over, which is probably why he ran the stop sign. So maybe this is kind of like the cop's fault a little bit, but I mean, he was very nice to me, so I don't know. You want to be a co-host too? Okay, so he stole a bunch of shit from the mall apparently, and then he was trying to pull him over, and I guess that's why he ran the stop sign, and then he floored it into the highway without looking. Maybe he hit me on purpose so that I would be that would be a diversion for the cops so that he can go. Honestly, I think that is what happened, because there's no way he didn't see me or the other car. There's no way. And then he left. He fled the scene. So yeah, how could you like T-bone somebody and see them spin around on the highway and then leave the scene? That's crazy. I don't want to think about like the aftermath of all this, but I'm just thankful like that it wasn't worse than it could have been, because it could have been way worse, you know. gonna put the microphone down because it's just too much right now. I'm sweating. The cop came right over to me. Like, he was already like by my door by the time I got out of the car. Apparently my car has airbags. I didn't know that, to be honest. My car's so old. I was just like, oh, there's airbags in here. Okay. At one point I saw my car like smoking and I was like, oh my God, what's smoking? And then the cop was just like, oh, that's just the airbags, that happens. And I was like, oh, I thought my car was about to fucking blow up and nobody told me to get out of it. Also, like, before I even jumped out of the car, I was like, holy shit, my eye hurts. There's like a shard of glass in my eyeball. And I'm like trying to get this shard of glass out of my eyeball. And then the cop is just like, can I have your like information or whatever? And I'm like, let me just get this piece of glass out of my eye first. The cop told me, he was just like, yeah, like the guy was driving like a maniac. He blew the stop sign, blah, 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 which I knew because I kind of saw it happen. I don't know if I saw it happen. You know what? It all happened so fast. Like, it's kind of hard to tell. The guy that I hit got out of the car. Actually, he stopped and he was actually really nice to me, to be honest. Like, he could have been like way meaner because I did hit him, but I mean, he saw it wasn't my fault either. So we have witnesses, okay, guys? Everybody's a witness that this was not my fault. Also, the cop told me he has the guy's license plate, which I don't know if that means anything. I really hope it does, but for all we know, he stole that car, and I feel like he would, because if he's stealing from the mall, running stop signs, trying to avoid being pulled over, and then crashing into innocent people like me, then he probably stole the car too. And I really hope not, because like, my car is totaled. My car is completely totaled. If you guys want to see a video, maybe I should. Here's a clip of what happened. Oh my God, that's fucked. I know. Ugh. That's fucking crazy. That guy was lying. Like,
you want to hear something crazy?
And he left.
My car got out of the collision about 2 weeks ago.
Oh my God. But like, the guy left. Like, where did he go?
He was running.
Bro. But yeah, so I don't have a car right now, and I'm not like. Well, before that, this happened right in front of my job that just shut down, by the way. That place is cursed. I think that place is cursed now. What are the odds that crazy car accident happened right in front of my old job, guys? Literally on the highway, right in front of it. You know, we always talked about how there was a ghost that lived there, and I think that ghost is pissed off. That ghost used to love the drama. That ghost used to just love eating all the food, at the end of the night. You know, like, the ghost is pissed, guys. And it's not my fault. I tried, okay? I tried to save the place. It didn't work, okay? So anyways, yeah. I got into a car accident yesterday, guys. And now I don't have a car. And you know, it's crazy because I've had that car for so long. And I've been talking about getting a new car for, like, years now. And I was really, like, considering, like, actually going and getting a new one, planning on it. But knowing me, like, I feel like I need pushes in my life to actually make big moves. And I guess maybe that was the push I needed to get a new car, guys. I really needed one. And so maybe I just needed something like this to happen. I think everything happens for a reason, you know? Like, my car is so old, maybe, like, there would have been a day if this didn't happen, maybe that it would have stopped working while I was driving 80 miles per hour or something, like, on the highway, and then, like, you know, my tire would have blown out and then I would have died. I don't know, like, I feel like maybe this happened because something worse would have happened in the future, you know? I always try to think about it that way. I always do. Like, everything happens for a reason. Maybe this is gonna push me forward in life somehow. I don't know. I think it's just very coincidental, maybe, that, like, this happened now, because I mean, I guess, like, it's better than happening while I had a job and then I had to, like, find a way to get to work and everything. Like, now I'm kind of just unemployed. I don't really need to go anywhere, so I don't really need a car right now. Guess the timing could have been worse. A lot of things could have been worse. That's just the moral of the story here. And yeah, I'm just thankful I'm alive and I don't have a concussion. And hopefully I don't get one later on in life, but I do have some pretty painful wounds, which I don't remember hitting anything, like I said. But if you guys want to see, trigger warning, I'm going to show you a bruise, a hematoma. Okay, look at my hematoma, guys. Are you ready? You're not ready for this. Do 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 do. That's like kind of like the worst wound I have though. I mean, the seatbelt bruises and like seatbelt bruises on my hips are kind of bad, but like I don't know why the majority of the impact was taken on my knee, which I guess it could have been my head, so I'm glad that that's where it went. I really don't remember that moment. I tried so hard. I was like kind of sad yesterday. I think just replaying it over and over again. I have a really good memory, guys. I don't know if I've ever said that before, but my memory is just like, it's on point. Okay, it's on point. And losing like a chunk of memory, even if it was just 5 seconds that I don't remember, it was just driving me nuts trying to think about like what happened. I was just like, did I hit my head? I couldn't tell because my makeup was like smudged on my nose, so I don't know if that might have been the airbag, but I don't remember getting hit in the face with the airbag. You know, like there's no recollection of that whatsoever. And I don't remember how I hit my knee either. And I was just trying to put the pieces together, and I was like, maybe when I knew I was gonna hit the wall. So I think my quick reaction was to just stay away from like the windshield and like the door, because I didn't know if another car was gonna come hit me this way or whatever. I was disoriented. I think like the quickest way I was able to react to the situation was just going like this. Guys, sorry if the camera angle is completely off. I had a phone call and I moved my phone. Sorry. Where was I? So yeah, I don't know. I was just trying to piece the puzzle pieces together as to what happened in those 5 seconds that I can't remember, and I just couldn't figure it out. I don't know. It really bummed me out last night, and then I started thinking I was having a concussion, but that was like towards the end of the night. So basically, the tow truck came to pick up my car. The cop was like, "Oh, do you want me to give you a ride to maybe you can go to Chili's or on the border?" And I was just like, RIP on the border. So I was like, yeah, I mean, I could just walk. And he's just like, oh, well, but there's a hill you have to go down. And I was like, I'm good. So I walked to Chili's, and then I had like a margarita over there. And let me just tell you, I don't know how I feel about Chili's. I don't know why they had so much more business than we did, guys. Chili's and On the Border were connected to each other, and they were very busy, okay? And I don't know why. On the Border is way better, first of all. I don't work there anymore, but I still think that our margaritas were way better and everything, our chips, everything. I don't know. It was too much. I didn't like it. But yeah, so I went to Chili's and waited for a ride to the spelling bee because I was still ready to go and spell because I was looking forward to that for a while. So I got to the spelling bee and I still felt like I had adrenaline in me. I'm not even kidding. I don't think the adrenaline went away until like the spelling bee was over. I felt like I had adrenaline still from the accident, like throughout the whole spelling bee, to be honest. It was actually really fun. I feel like we should do that more often. Like everybody put in $10 and whoever won the spelling bee won the total of however many people were playing, and so I think the total ended up being like $150, which I should have won because that's probably how much I'm gonna have to pay to get my car to get my car out of the tow. Well, I can't even, you know what, I don't even know what happens to it. Like my car's totaled. Like, do they just keep the car? I guess I gotta figure out like how that works. But yeah, I did come in second though, guys, so I did not have a concussion. I repeat, I did not have a concussion at the time because I got second in the spelling bee. So I lost on the word maintenance, guys. Maintenance. I still don't know how to spell maintenance, to be honest, but I did pretty good. I think I did pretty good to come in second place after a car accident. But like I said, I felt like I still had like all this adrenaline in me like during the whole spelling bee. So like as soon as it was over, I feel like I just got hit by a car. Like figuratively, metaphorically, whatever. I felt like I actually like started feeling everything like all at once right when it ended. So I think I had like that like long burst of adrenaline for maybe like 2 hours. It must have been 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours, something like that. It was a long time. I never experienced that sort of adrenaline rush. So Maybe I'll get into more car accidents so I can feel something in life. Just kidding, just kidding, just kidding, just kidding, just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. Also, you know what's crazy? This whole year is making me believe more and more that the Illuminati exists or whatever. My last video that I filmed, I literally talked about the Illuminati and how they were testing me to see if I could handle difficult things in life. And I think I might have mentioned that they didn't get me or whatever. They got me. Okay, you got me. That's enough. I've had enough. So if the Illuminati is watching, please stop. And I need more positive things in my life. Thank you. I'm ready for the positives. Thank you. Anyways, I came in second and then I like crashed. I crashed, like, you know, mentally crashed. Like I couldn't do anything. Like I literally sat on her couch and I just could not move for the rest of the night. Unfortunately. I'm glad I went though. Other than the car accident, I had a pretty good day yesterday. I'm looking forward to getting a new car. I mean, I'm not looking forward to any sort of bills. I really hope they find the guy and that his insurance pays for everything. I don't know how that works, but I guess we'll figure it out. Yeah, I guess the moral of the story here is make sure you wear seatbelts all the time. You never know when some crazy person is gonna run a stop sign into the highway and crash into you on purpose so that he can run away from the law. Ow! I just dropped that right on my hematoma. I think that should be the end of this. So yeah, guys, I'm alive. I'm okay. For now. Maybe I have a concussion later. I hope not, but maybe I should go to the doctor because this hematoma is looking a little wild, okay? Is that the right word for bruise? Hematoma? Seems like it. Anyways, I hope you guys have a good night and stay safe out there.